Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a complicated card game full of many rulings and even more confusing cards. With a budget of $50, I'm going to take a eBay tournament-ready loot box deck and, with sealed product, turn it into a competitive monster. However, there is a catch. You guys are able to throw out a punishment challenge every episode. Following that, there will be challenges to unlock starter decks and Dual Devastator. Can I do it? Can I top a YCS and locals? Let's go find out. Small little PSA, if you guys want to leave a challenge, comment down below with the challenge, rewards, and the punishment if I fail it. Who knows, maybe you guys will be able to be in the video for the challenge. Like, for example, you can challenge me to a duel in the next episode, and we will figure out a time that works for it. The prize, I could get the last structure deck, or the next structure deck, or I could get Dual Devastator. If I lose, I could have to buy a mystery power box. But with that being said, challenge-wise, with still no end in sight or any sort of challenges from you guys. Yeah, I know, you guys saw these right off the corner there, but what you didn't see was me. I'm going all in on trying to find a Loober right now. A Loober and Dramaturge. So, Branded Opening is still a fantastic card we want from here. Let's see if we can pull it. Shari, Figures, Stealth Buster, Flying Red Carp, Darkest Dragon Doom Rider, Master's Diplomat, Stardust Trail, Chronomaly Temple, Shinobi Insect, Mega Kumaro. I also just didn't want to keep opening Dawn of Majesty over and over and over again. Tragedy. Unlocking Glacial Aquamador, 2 Toads with 1 Sting, Magic-Key, Gusto, Daily Special, Temple, Margin Trading, and Tragedy. Alright, do we actually pull anything good? Azuzel, Tragedy, Shari, Konohana Sakubiya, and Chronomaly. Nothing good so far. We're pulling out Keyblade for this. $40 worth. If we get a Loober or 2 Loober from this and Dramaturge, that means it was well worth it. Is this open for the... Oh my lord. Really? Really? Okay, well, I guess we're being lazy with this one. Less cardboard. Less effort to open. Less beautiful. Alright. So, 8 packs. We got 1 Blue Eyes, 1 Dark Magician Girl, Cyber Dragon, Dark Magician Girl, Blue Eyes, Cyber Dragon, Blue Eyes, and So, Blue Eyes is my favorite. We'll go with the red Archfiend. Alright. Despia, Theater of the Branded. Automatically Rarity Bump, Plunder Patrol, Sacred Waters in the Sky, Onamakuri, Yangzing Prana. Alright, Cyber Dragon. If we pull a Ghost Rare, Vision Hero, Mathmech Edition, Odd Eyes Rebellion, Dragon Overlord, Fossil Fusion, Malefic Cyber and Dragon. I'm just gonna put these right here for right now. And that right there. Alright. Agent of Force Mars, Chimera Tech Rampage, Chaos Grepher, Brute Enforcer, Manju of the 10,000 Hands. Alright, Dark Magician Girl. Let's see your Ghost Rare. Retaliating Sea could be something. DD7. Aluber! Yes! Mystical Shine Ball, Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Oh, getting a second Aluber is fantastic. We're ready. Almost there. Tinny Spirit. Another reason why I wanted to pick some of this up was so I can ready bump my Tinnies in my Sword Soul deck. Domain of the True Monarch, Ghost Trick Mary, Code Exporter, DD Necro Slime. 3 packs left. Can we get a Ghost Rare Blue Eyes? Fossil Machine, Skull Buggy, Agent of Force Mars, Vision Hero Increase, Vampire Domination, Helena, Generator, Boss of Doom. Alright. Right, I forgot Gigamantis was in here. If we want to go back to Insectors, here we go. Infernity Pawn, Sky Cavalier Centuria, Victory Angel Bravery, and Contract with the Void. And last pack. Little love tap. Let's get it going. We got Aluber, Retaliating Sea, Crimson Vampire Braum, Agent of Greenish. Great. Oh! Ghost Rare Cyber Dragon. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone here. Hold on. Hold on. How much? Oh, it's only 100. I was kind of hoping this would be like sphere mode, but Ghost Rare Cyber Dragon, Ghost Trick Shang-Chi, DDD Dual King Kali Yuga. Oh my god. The fact that we pulled Cyber Dragon. I may have some thinking to do right now. Alright, so we have a new era. With new era, we get new sleeves. Let me just turn some light on here. Because apparently it's too dark. There we go. Alright. So, starting with the branded package, we still have our 1 Albaz. We now have our 2 Aluber. I've dropped down to 1 Mercurier. And I lost it. 1 kit. Sword Soul and Fleur I've cut from the deck. They have been replaced now. So, that's for our part of it. Moving on with that, we have 1, 2, 3 Tragedies, 1 Ad Libitum, and 2 Albion. Albion I like as a potential draw and another summon. Ad Libitum will have its use for combos later on, and Tragedy becomes even stronger with cards that I keep hearing about. So, I'll explain how powerful Tragedy is in a moment. Going with our branded package, we got the Fusion. I added in branded in white, just in case I can use it if we get Albion into the graveyard. Its name becomes Fallen of Albaz, so we can use that as a fusion summon. We still have our 1 branded opening and 1 branded lost. Branded opening is essentially a Rhoda, and also our fusion protection. Branded lost protects our fusion summons, and if we fusion summon, we can search for Albaz or a monster that mentions it. Going on from that, we got our 3 Despian Theaters and our 1 branded sword. Theater. We can special summon 1 level 8 or higher fusion monster in the graveyard if a face-up non-fusion leaves the field by an opponent's card effect. And we can fusion summon using that, and sword is essentially something we're going to be dumping off of Albion. Onto the Shaddoll package, I've bumped it up because we are trying. We want our victory here. So, we got Wendy, Ariel, Hedgehog, Squamata, and Beast, all bumping up the Shaddoll count. So, hopefully we'll have at least one of these in deck for fusion. Moving on to the 1 fusion. Yeah, we still only have 1. But, for Tex, the 1 Ghost Rare Cyber Dragon. I'll explain why that's there. Well, essentially it's a level 5 special summon, and we can use it to contact Fuse if we're playing against machines, which Therions happen to be. Artifact Scythe has made it into the main deck. Essentially, if we summon it during our opponent's turn, hey, we can Scythe block them. Keeper of Dragon Magic is our search for fusion spells. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit and Effect Failure, again, are only hand traps of the deck. But, replacing Dad, we have Chaos Dragon Leviathan. Chaos Dragon here is essentially a much better version of Dad. 3k beater, can be summoned anytime in our deck. by banishing 3 darks. So, whereas Dad needs exactly 3 darks in the graveyard, we can summon him. And then for our traps, we have 1 back to the front to try and side block our opponent. Spells, I'll go over them all real quick. 1 Super Poly, very good, especially with the Shaddoll package. Twin Twisters as back row removal. Call by the Grave, negate hand traps, and be an interruption. Triple Tactics, we still need 1 more effect, and that's ripping from the hand. Continuing on, 2 Allure of Darkness. I'm finding that I want more draw power, and if we banish that, or banish Tragedy, we essentially go +2. So, we can search out Aluber. Foolish Burial, the exact same reason, but we can also pitch Squamata, Wendy, Set, Hedgehog, and then Gold Sarcophagus, banish Mercurier, add Kit, get our fusion. So, going on from that, this is a little bit out of order, but we have Springin the Iron Dash Dragon, Brigand as just essentially dump fodder for Mirror Jade, Lubellion and Albion there as our main fusion targets to go into our main boy Mirror Jade there. Titanic Lad is essentially going to be a beater. Nightmare Phoenix, essentially back row removal, and taking out Barista and another useless Shaddoll monster. I'll explain the other change in a minute here. We have Brute Enforcer, who can discard 1 card, then target 1 face-up card opponent controls, and they can discard a monster, spell, or trap of the same type, and negate the effect. Otherwise, it's destroyed. So, it's essentially potentially there. Castiel, again, another potential there, but otherwise, we still have Procession, who is our one and only fusion, or Despia fusion. And then we got Winda, Shikanaga, Avalon, Construct, and Chimeratech. Chimeratech is essentially if we have a matchup against machines. We can just summon the Ghost Rare Cyber Dragon, contact fuse everything into this, and then boom! So yeah, that is essentially what we got going on there. For the side deck here, as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of traps in there right now. I do want to go first, set up the Mirror Jade, but if that... I'm playing more of a Ghost second build right now, so it is what it is right now, but we got Pankratops, and then our 2 Kaijus, and then our other, quote, 3rd Kaiju in Lava Golem. Skullmeister for Grave Interruption, and Retaliating Sea if we play against a Despian Mirror match. Dark Ruler No More, Tikaboo, Brand of Retribution, Lost Wind, and Warning Point have all made it to the side deck. As there's a fly somewhere close by. And then Double Solemn Warning, Unending Nightmare, and Dimensional Barrier are all once again right there. So, with that being said, we're going to take this deck into online and see how well it does. Okay, so game number 1 here. We happen to actually be playing up against a rather unique deck. So, in the rock, paper, scissors, we actually get to go first. We see a Aluber and Kit in hand with Allure of Darkness. We're going to go ahead and summon Aluber and try to search out for our Branded Fusion. We also have Branded Lost in hand, so we can actually start going off. As our opponent is probably reading what Aluber does. Meanwhile, here I am like, okay, I've got amazing plays. Let's go, let's go. Yeah. The first matchup here is up against Mech Knights, and we do get to resolve Aluber searching out for Branded Fusion. Gonna go ahead and activate Branded Lost so we can chain block and be able to resolve our Branded Fusion, Fusing Scythe, and Albaz, and then use him and Albaz to fuse Mirror Jade. We do get McCourier, but as McCourier is a additional summon or an additional negate, I'm fine with just chilling on this board right now. If we had another Albaz, Albaz would be a lot stronger, but... Or not Albaz, Albion. But they draw for turn and proceed towards their main phase, saying that they forgot to say good luck, have fun. But I see Girsu here, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be spicy. So we're gonna go ahead and hit Girsu, so they don't get to add any cards. They go ahead and set one, and then summon Yellow Star. Yellow Star, I'm going to go ahead and hit right away, because why not? They do Ghost Ogre, which also lets me trigger Mirror Jade in the graveyard. They're going to go ahead and activate Girsu to go ahead and special out 2 the World Legacy tokens to both players' fields, which gives them a Link 2, but also puts another body on, or in a column. Because, yep, columns. But their whole board is going to be wiped at the end of this turn, so we're not too worried about it. They go ahead and link off into Mech Knight of the Morningstar, pitching a World Legacy in order to search out, another World Legacy. And from there, activate World Legacy Succession, which is going to go ahead and reborn the Girsu, which is going to be a search, or a send. Or a link into Lib the World Keyblade Master. Hey, Keyblade! Kingdom Hearts 4 confirmed! But, well, actually it is. But that is going to go ahead and search out another card and set it. Attack over Aluber, and everything gets destroyed. Now we're going to go ahead and activate Allure of Darkness, drawing 2 cards, banishing Tragedy. Tragedy is going to go ahead and search us Aluber. Aluber, from there, we're going to go ahead and normal summon, activate to search out. Never mind, we get Impermed. So, gonna go ahead and set 2. And I'm debating special summoning Levinier, but I decided to go for it. Banish 3, summon Levinier. From there, we also get to activate McCourier to add, and we get to do Livionier's Dark Effect, sending that last card. We add Albion, and we proceed towards the phase of battle. I have been playing way too much Master Duel, trying to attack with the Luber by swinging it like that. But gonna go ahead and pass on that with Super Poly Face Down. If they summon a light monster, which they do, I can immediately Super Poly everything off into our big guy. Activate Branded Lost to go ahead and also chain Procession. Special summon a monster. And add the other Albion. World Legacy's Secret is going to go ahead and try to special summon, but we're going to go ahead and hit it with a Twin Twister and have game entirely in our control. In game number 2 here, I'm going to go ahead and summon Spriggan Kit. Kit is going to go ahead and try to add us a... Oh, no, never mind. Gamma is going to come down, to which we're like, oh yes! Triple Tactics, rip a card out of their hand, and complete the final Triple Tactics talent, rip that Gearsu out of their hand, and from there, I don't know why I go for sending Albion from the hand, but yeah, I don't know. That play did not make sense to me, but Path of Prosperity comes down and is going to draw, or at least they're going to banish like 6 cards. What am I saying? Banish 6 cards, search the top 6, and add 1 from their deck to their hand. I saw a Lightning Storm there. But they are going to go ahead and find another Gearsu. Yay! Oh no, Blue Sky. I didn't actually realize that they added Blue Sky. Gonna go ahead, set 2, and then special summon Blue Sky. Blue Sky is then going to trigger, which I believe is going to add Gearsu to hand. Gearsu is then going to be normal summoned after setting 1 more card. And then sending a Orcust or World Legacy card to the graveyard. After that, Lib, the World Keyblade Master, is going to be Link summoned. And another World Legacy card is going to be set. That being World Legacy Succession, which is going to target Blue Sky and special summon it. From there, linked off into another Lib, the World Keyblade Master, shuffling back Albion, and swinging in for to the K to the face. Drawing into Mercurier does not help us out, so gonna go ahead and pass our turn at that. They won't have a way of killing us this turn, but they are gonna go ahead and activate the World Legacy in the graveyard to add a spell from deck to hand, and then from there proceed towards the phase of battle, I believe, if my memory is accurate. But who knows if it is or isn't. They're going to go actually activate World Legacy Secret, which is going to reborn Gearsu. Oh no, Blue Sky. And now any columns with Mech Knights in it have their effects negated. Purple Sky, or Purple Nightfall, is going to be summoned, banished for another Mech Knight, green, indigo green, something like that. and then summoned. So we are going to be taking 61. That is a whole lot of damage, but we are able to take it and live on 900. From 8k down. Drawing a Lure of Darkness. We do get a very good draw in Lure. Getting Mercurier, we get to actually go ahead and add Fallen of Albaz. Or we can add Albion. Adding Albion does give us a draw, but we are going to first send Branded Opening to the graveyard. Trying to bait out any possible interruptions. Drawing Beast actually does give us a whole lot of blades. And we summon Aluber. Now here, we are actually free. It doesn't matter what happens, we can go ahead and get the Branded Fusion. And actually, like, basically clear off the board right now. Branded Fusion, we're going to fuse into Lubellion using Tragedy and Albaz. Gonna go ahead and activate Lubellion and Tragedy as Chainlink 2. Tragedy will then allow us to add one Despia card, being Ad Libitum. And from there, we're going to fuse Mirror Jade by shuffling everything back. There, proceed towards the phase of battle, attacking into, I believe, Green Horizon? No, we attack into Lib. And then from there, we are going to go ahead and set one card, set two cards, and pass it off to our opponent. World Legacy Secret is going to be a little bit of a nuisance, as Purple Nightfall comes down to block our Mirror Jade, as another Purple Nightfall comes down. Hey, guess what I have? I have a Super Poly, and Procession is a 3k booty. So they're going to go ahead and proceed to link into Girsu, which happens to be a dart. Hey, would you look at that? This is going to be a beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and activate Mirror Jade first, sending Albion to send either Green Horizon or Blue Sky. But we're also going to chain Super Poly, fusing Procession. So with that, we are able to clear the whole board, and we actually do have game on board right now. World Legacy Secret is going to go ahead and target a Purple Nightfall, to which I'm going to go ahead and call by the Purple Nightfall that is being targeted, so it cannot be summoned. And then from there, I can actually pull out the Dingirsu from their graveyard, which does allow us to send any card to the graveyard. Oh my goodness. Sending a Cult by the Grave. Oh man, this was such a fun game. Albion being able to send Branded of the Lost. And drawing into Effect Veiler. Oh my god. So, this was actually like a really, really fun game that I enjoyed.
put a GG with a smile because I really enjoyed the game, and let's hop on to game 2, shall we?
Alright, game number 2 here, and we are going first once more. Our opening hand is fairly good. We got Aluber. Aluber is going to go ahead and search us out our Branded Fusion. And I noticed that our opponent is playing 60 cards. So, chances of them having responses are very low. But, go Branded Fusion, and we are going to be summoning Lubellion. We're going to send Albaz and I believe Shaddoll Beast, yes, for Lubellion. Lubellion as Chainlink 1, discarding Albion, and Shaddoll Beast to draw 1 card to chain block Lubellion, so we can get our Mirror Jade by fusing Albaz and Lubellion. And as you could clearly see, Albion could be used as Albaz. So they're going to drop for turn. Go ahead and activate Pot of Desires, which don't have anything to interrupt, but so that is fine. Raigeki right off the bat. This is going to really hurt, but we're going to go ahead and send Albion so we can banish our Aluber, just so that we can get value, because it was going to be destroyed anyways. Cosmo Farm Girl comes down and swings in for 1500. Okay. So we're going up against Cosmos. I've never played against Cosmos, nor was I playing during this time. But Cosmo Farm Girl is going to go ahead and add a Cosmo card from deck to hand. I believe it is one of the big ships they add. But to explain the play a little bit earlier, it's just so that we can get Albion into the grave so we can trigger it to set a branded card. And Cosmo Farm Girl is going to go ahead and go into the Dark Destroyer, which they just searched, and that is going to be destroyed, which will go into the Cosmo Dark Lady. Swing in for another 2200, and it has a quick effect to special summon 1 level 6 or higher Cosmo from the hand. Cosmo Town is going to be activated, to which I'm going to quickly read it, and then shotgun Twin Twisters, getting the branded sword into the graveyard. Cosmo Town is then going to add another version of Cosmo Town, which I'm like, okay. Cosmo Town is going to go ahead and add the big fighter back to the hand, that Dark Destroyer, and then shuffle it away to draw another card. We're going to go ahead and resolve Mirror Jade, destroying the whole field, and then resolve Albion to set a branded card. We are going to go ahead and set branded in white so that we can do some shenanigans with that. I'm going to go ahead and get a scoop. Going into game 2 here, our opening hand is not the greatest, but we do have Foolish Burial, which is essentially a full combo for us. So we're going to go ahead and pitch Tragedy. Tragedy is going to trigger to get us Aluber, and Aluber is then going to be summoned so we can get our fusion. But it does seem like they do have a response, so I do want to be a little bit careful about that, but I also was planning on going second, so I sided in a lot of going second cards, like Pankratops there. But we are going to go ahead and fusion summon Rubellion, again using Ad Libitum, which I, for some reason, thought was from anywhere. It turns out it isn't. So, gonna go ahead and set Branded in White and pass it on to our opponent. If I was smart, I would have done Shaddoll Beast again. Smashing Ground is activated, which is going to destroy Mirror Jade. And we're just going to activate Mirror Jade here, sending Albion, banishing Aluber, triggering Mirror Jade. I don't know why they're running Smashing Ground, but it works. They're going to go ahead and summon Cosmo Tin Can, R2-D2, proceed to the end phase, and special summon another Cosmo by banishing the Tin Can. So, I don't know. The deck confuses me. Oh, no, never mind. They add one, send two to the graveyard. So, Dark Eclipser gets added to the hand. Gonna go ahead and trigger Mirror Jade to destroy the field. And from there, get Albion to set a branded opening. So we can start cycling out some fairies and some support here. I'm going to go ahead and activate Thespian Tragedy to set the Branded Fusion again. And hey, we can actually activate Branded Fusion, which will let me fusion summon Rubellion using Beast and Albaz, discarding Tragedy to activate, and then chaining Shaddoll Beast. We get a draw with a Raiden, and we can go Titanic Lad. So we're gonna shuffle back Mirror Jade so that we can actually use it. And I'm debating using Branded in White. I think I'm reading cards, but we're gonna go ahead and fuse Winda, sadly using our Titanic Lad, because I am not smart. But we are gonna go ahead and add Wendy to hand, and having Winda online does keep us alive for a bit, and then I can just kaiju them and then go from there. So I am kind of thinking, but kind of not at this point. I am up one game, so I am keeping that in mind, and I'm going to add Albaz to the hands so that I can fusion summon on their turn, or on my turn. So 5 cards in hand, one of them is the Dark Destroyer. Cosmo Good Witch comes down, Jedi, and flips Winda. So unfortunately Winda has been dealt with and attacked over. So that is the most sad, but what can you do? That did cause them to use their battle phase, and Cosmo Good Witch is going to banish itself to summon another big beater boy, the Dark Eclipser, which is going to attack over Rubellion. But hey, guess what we can do? We can fusion summon again. So, we're gonna go ahead and draw into Effect Veiler. Not the best draw right now, but it does work. And I can fusion summon again, because I still have another Despian Tragedy in my graveyard. I actually have all three. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Branded Fusion back. And activate Branded Opening so I can get a Luber to the field. Activate a Luber. Adding Theater of the Branded. From there, I am then going to activate or flip Winda. Activate Winda to go ahead and get Ariel. Nope, we're gonna get Dragon or Squamata. Just so I can keep adding more and more value. More and more value. So we're gonna go ahead and fusion summon using Squamata and the Effect Veiler in hand into Construct. Activate Construct as Chainlink 1. Squamata as Chainlink 2. Send Ariel and send Fusion. Activate Ariel to banish 3 things from their graveyard. And from there, normal summon Albaz. Albaz, send Fusion summon for Brigand. And hey, GG's. So we are actually winning. Alright, here we go for game number 3. Oh boy. We've already completed... We got both challenges. Like, there's nothing more I can say. Like, we... Oh my god. Alright, so Supreme Burner here. Anybody want to guess what he's playing? I didn't actually realize... I didn't even know I did that. Anyways, Branded Opening, sending Beast, summoning Aluber. We're gonna go ahead and Aluber, Chainlink 1, Beast, Chainlink 2, chain blocking the Aluber, so that way we can make sure that we're not ashed on the more important summon. But we unfortunately do get Imperm. That's fine because we already had the Branded Fusion. So we're gonna go ahead and make Lubellion using Albaz, and since we've already used Beast, we're going to go ahead and think about doing Tragedy, but we're gonna actually do Squamata. Lubellion, Chainlink 1, discarding Tragedy, Squamata, Chainlink 2, Squamata is going to send Wendy, Lubellion is going to go ahead and summon Rare Jade, and Wendy, and unfortunately Tragedy missed timing. So we do have one interruption, so we'll see what we can do. And unfortunately, Supreme Burner here is playing Salamangreat. I have not played against Salamangreat, so I'm gonna assume that their normal summon is fairly important. And unfortunately it isn't. They're going to go ahead and send the second Flame Buffalo from hand, draw 2, and essentially start going off with Salamangreat Spinny going to the graveyard for Silent Mining to grab Salamangreat Gazelle. Or no, Jack Jaguar. Gazelle is in hand. So Gazelle is going to be summoned. Activate the effect to go ahead and search out Salamangreat Circle. Or send Foxy. Never mind. Like I said, I don't actually know Salamangreat cards. But I do know Balinx is going to go ahead and search for the Sanctuary. Because Balinx was the card that started the whole reincarnation summoning. I remember from the anime. Spinny's going to go ahead and activate to special summon itself. Wow, okay. Sanctuary is going to be activated. Foxy is going to be summoned by sending Jack Jaguar for something. I think it was Gazelle's effect. Either way, Sunlight Wolf is going to come down. Surprisingly enough, they didn't reincarnate Phalanx, but Phalanx is going to be bounced for Jack Jaguar to be special summoned. So, Sunlight Wolf is going to recycle the Gazelle. And luckily for me, I cannot be access code OTK'd. But Sunlight Wolf is going to be reincarnated. Will of Salamangreat is going to be activated to special summon another Sunlight Wolf from the graveyard. So update Jammer is right there, and this is going to attempt to be an OTK. And there is the access code. And unfortunately, I think I can be OTK'd because, hey, they have at least 2 attributes. So they're gonna go ahead and pop, or attempt to pop Mirror Jade, but we're gonna activate Branded Opening. They successfully popped Mirror Jade with the second one, and we activate its effect. Access code is gonna go for round 3, and they just banished it, but scooped out of the game. So technically, we did go 3-0. Yep, I will go for another game, but I quite frankly am excited to open up the second Albaz structure deck. On top of that, we do have access to Dual Devastator. However, the most unfortunate part of Dual Devastator is that it's $70. So, with Dual Devastator, I am going to go ahead and make the exception of when it is unlocked, I'll be able to purchase one. So, that being said, the most impactful thing that we can get right now is a second structure deck, because we want to boost our consistency as much as possible before we start going for our sideboard. So, with that being said, I'm going to head on off here. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to leave a challenge, do so in the comments down below. I'm always taking a look at them, and thank y'all for watching. Shout out to D's Cards for being an inspiration, and literally everybody else who watches this video. I do this for you guys, and I do this for me.